I want you to protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Fight hard, but fight clean. If you want to touch gloves, touch them now. Good luck.
Champion against champion. Here we go.
The First Strike Podcast, episode 24.
24. We're catching up.
We're slowly catching up.
Kobe Bryant.
Well, right now we're at Kobe. Soon we'll be at, I don't know, name a high basketball player number.
25.
Derrick Rose.
What is he?
25.
I'm talking about higher than that. I mean, like the 80s.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry's 30.
Shit, I don't know.
I don't know.
25.
High numbers are...
Elgin Baylor 25?
I'm thinking of higher numbers than that. That's all wide receivers, though.
Okay.
Anyways, this is a UFC podcast, MMA podcast in general. I am Christian, your host.
I'm Jesse.
I'm Lou.
The most introductions ever.
And I'm Christian.
We got two Christians.
Yes.
We'll refer
No last names.
We'll refer to
Chris,
the
Chris.
analyst one as Chris.
Yeah, okay.
Because it just makes the podcast go a little smoothly.
Yeah.
But we missed. We didn't really miss too much. We got a good bunch of things to talk about today.
Yeah.
Good topics. Bellator 180, the Fight Night Chiesa versus Lee,
Yeah.
and the upcoming 213.
It's good to be a fight fan.
And Mayweather McGregor news. Of
And the Ultimate Fighter finale. We have to talk about that.
When is
too.
that?
That's
on Friday.
on Friday, yeah. The
I
last
gotta
episode.
catch up on
The last
all
episode is on right now.
And that has Justin Gaethje versus
Yeah.
Michael Johnson.
Yes. If Jesse Taylor doesn't win tonight, I will not watch the Ultimate Fighter finale.
Oh, no. Come on, you can't miss Michael
Can't
Johnson.
do that.
You can't miss
Oh,
him.
that fight I'll be
Yeah.
interested in, but not the Ultimate Fighter, guys. Nah.
Maybe not.
Louis tying up a boxing glove.
No,
right?
his elbows keep moving the table. I just don't like it.
And we'll
He's
also
got an ace
talk.
bandage. Yeah.
We'll also be
You
talking
always,
about.
you fragile.
I got carpal tunnel now.
Oh, do you? Jeez.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, sometimes
I don't
when
know
you probably experienced it before when you're like lifting weights and then you can't like open your fingers again. I get that sometimes.
Just like the
I have to pry them open sometimes. You ever get that?
No.
No.
I lifted only for a year. I guess I'm not that experienced.
We'll also be discussing 214, some news up in there. It's like 3
Oh
weeks
yeah,
away.
yeah,
so
yeah.
we'll
And then
talk about that as
Connor
well.
Floyd.
Yeah.
Of course. That's
And then-
going to be every podcast until the fight
it
actually
fights.
happens.
Yeah, honestly.
Absolutely.
I was honestly just looking at tickets for some act that me and my girlfriend like a lot. SZA, she's a singer, and
She good? Who's
yeah,
that?
Yeah.
she's
She's
I don't know.
a very good voice.
she's not that like crazy
Okay.
huge, but so I was looking at her dates because she's about to go on tour, and then I seen she was in Brooklyn.
August 26th.
She was in Brooklyn the day of the
Wrong day.
Wait, is it August 26th or August 27th?
26th.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, she was in Brooklyn on that date, and I was like, yeah, sorry.
Not happening.
You told her, right? You said
Well,
can't
yeah,
go there.
yeah, I was gonna surprise her with it, and then the day after is the day before school starts, and it's in Philly, so I don't know if I want to. I don't know, my class is until 12. We might push it, but we'll see. But yeah, that Connor fight, I can't
I know.
go to a
Yeah,
concert
missed
that
it.
day. I missed his last fight with Diaz when he was.
You don't miss his fights. They're all fun.
Well, I
They're
missed
all
that fight because
entertaining.
I was in Brooklyn
Yeah,
for
you're at
NXT.
NXT.
So I watched the last round on
I enjoyed
Periscope.
the shit out of it. Really?
Yeah,
That's cool that you got it on
Twitter.
Periscope,
So
though.
I
Yeah.
got it on Periscope.
Yeah, I was at Wild Wings. It was the best time of my life.
Yeah, I seen their snaps too.
I don't see the fight being boring. I know it's boxing oriented.
It'll get boring after a few rounds.
It depends how Connor's
boxing
gassing.
is
Yeah.
boring. I mean, we also could mention that too. Pacquiao and
Oh,
Tupac?
God.
Pacquiao.
Oh, they said Tupac. I'm like,
Pacquiao.
what?
I
We'll get
forgot
into
the guy
that
he
later.
fought.
Jeff
Jeff
Horn
Horn, yes,
fought
yes.
in Australia. That's the only reason why he won.
Ooh, man. Did you guys hear that rant
Yes.
Teddy Atlas had? That was hilarious.
Pacquiao got
I didn't
robbed.
watch the fight. I can't speak anything of this. I know you guys did though. Or
I
you
seen a
saw.
couple rounds.
He got robbed.
I didn't get to see the fight in its entirety, but round 9, if that was most of the fight,
Nah.
the ref was told Jeff Horn personally, I'm going to stop this fight if you don't do anything
I don't
in the next
understand
round.
why.
He was a punching bag.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The only round I think Horn won was like round 12.
Jeez.
How can you be a
The
punching
thing
bag
is-
and win a
The
fight?
thing is, so
And
in
a few others.
my household, if you lose the fight, you got your ass beat. So my dad comes up to me. He's like, "Oh, put on the fight that Pacquiao just had. I heard he got his ass beat." So I was like, from what I heard, he got screwed over. But yeah, whatever you want to do. I think they saw it. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Usually, if I don't set it up, they don't watch it, and they didn't watch it.
Yeah.
If I didn't set it
Pacquiao
up.
announced his rematch clause, which I don't know how that works in boxing.
They got
It's
WWE.
WWE.
Yeah, what?
Yeah,
You could just whip out the card anytime.
This is a
honestly,
WWE.
I don't know
Got
how
the
that
discount
works.
here.
Why didn't he do that
He
for
got
Mayweather?
screwed. Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't know if Mayweather was going to accept it. I don't.
He
I know
was
if Mayweather lost, he wanted to
Yeah,
rematch.
Mayweather was going to rematch him until Pacquiao had the excuse of, I tore my rotator cuff. And then Mayweather was like, nah, get the fuck out of here. Like, excuses. Yeah, so Floyd's the man, though. So.
Well, we'll get into the boxing conversation a little later. Let's start it with the Bellator 180 card, because that was the thing we kind of left off on, and as well as something that I'm kind of, eager to discuss. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was...
I really enjoyed it, to
did,
be
huh?
honest. Yeah, I found it very
Did you watch every
entertaining.
fight?
I saw
You saw
every
Conor
fight on
McGregor's
the main
little
card.
delegate? What's his name?
Delegate.
His little clone?
yeah.
The one
I
that beat Chinzo Machida. Do you have
yeah,
that
I know
listed?
who you were talking about.
It's like Justin Gallagher or something?
Yeah.
I
Jesse
heard
Gallagher.
James Gallagher.
James Gallagher.
Yeah, I heard about that. I was watching it I saw it on Twitter on the
He's
Ariel
young.
Helwani.
Yeah,
I
he
don't know
trains
if
with
you
Conor.
could look up his age, but he's like
I think
21.
I think he's 22.
And he just beat Chinzo Machida, who's, I'm assuming, a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, if I'm not mistaken, because his brother is. So, and he's like,
he's 20 from
20.
Ireland.
Yeah,
Gosh.
20.
He's young.
And he just beat nearly a 40-year-old man who's had experience with one of the best light heavyweights of all time in regards to Lyoto Machida. So that was impressive. I was kind of, I was picking Chinzo because I've seen Chinzo's latest performances and he looks good. You know, he
I've
looks,
heard of Gallagher, obviously, through Connor, but I didn't think he would...
I know that was one-sided. He took him down, took his back, and finished him off in Madison Square Garden. Yeah. If you guys had seen the post-interview, he sounds just like Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
He laughs just like him.
Does he talk trash?
Yeah.
He talks trash like him?
Of course.
Yeah.
The rubs off.
They're not on my level. They're not on my level. You gotta have size, reach, attributes.
Yeah, he asked for the title shot next. I was like, that's something
Oh
Conor
man,
would do.
he's feeling.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I'm sure Bellator is wet in their pants because it's good to have someone
something
who's
to spark it up, right?
another Irishman.
You know what I didn't know, and Jesse told me this. The UFC owns Bellator? That's what Jesse told me.
Strikeforce.
They own Bellator. They bought Bellator
When was this?
years ago.
You want to look that up, please?
Yeah, I don't mean.
Why would they have seven? Why would it be seven?
I'm pretty sure they bought...
Because I know they bought Strikeforce for sure.
I'm pretty sure they bought Bellator about a few years ago. I want to say 4 years ago.
No way.
They wouldn't be competing so much.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure they bought them. Or tried to, at least.
I was gonna say,
Okay, maybe try to, bro. But I
know you can't be saying this stuff on the
didn't mean to put
podcast.
you on the spot.
No.
That didn't make sense to me.
Did you
look it up?
They sound like they're competing almost.
yeah.
Pretty
Let
sure.
me see who owns Bellator. I guess because I looked up UFC owns Bellator and nothing popped up. Viacom, that's not giving me much though.
Viacom. That's
Viacom that owns MTV, Nickelodeon. Let me type up does UFC own Bellator?
I hope someone doesn't smack you in the face as soon as you ask it.
I don't see anything about that.
Hell no.
So yeah, all right, because that did confuse me. I was like, how would that make any sense? They almost seem like they're in
I
competition.
would
with each other.
assume most of the fighters would transfer over then to the UFC. You take away, you make
Almost
it a
like
monopoly.
performance.
I don't get why you wouldn't.
Performance grounds.
Well,
But
fuck
they
me.
definitely bought Strikeforce. I know. We all
I
know
knew
that.
that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, fuck me. I thought I was right.
All right. Well, not everybody shoots for 100. You know, Jordan misses sometimes, but you're not close to Jordan, so it's not even a good analogy.
I'm Brian Scalabrine. Just
Yeah, he's
outside.
balling in the big three.
Is he really?
I see them.
I didn't see that.
God, I gotta watch those.
I know. I watch the highlights a lot.
Poor Jason Williams. He tore his ACL.
Oh man.
Too old to be playing.
That's really what it is.
I know.
It's the-
Too old to be exploding
the-
like that, trying to dribble in the
I
paint.
feel so
Who
bad.
keeps cooking? I keep forgetting this. Somebody like,
Steven Jackson.
I think Chauncey
Wait.
Billups.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chauncey
he done
Billups.
good.
He was shooting from Curry Land. They call it.
Well,
That's
what
some
he was.
head.
4-point play.
Major
Yeah,
neck.
yeah.
That's what he is. But is that
Anyway.
really what they call the 4-point shot? The Curry
Yeah.
Land?
Yeah.
The announcer every time shooting from Curry Land.
Oh God!
Wow.
I really gotta watch this. Something I didn't watch was Ryan Bader versus Phil Davis because I thought it was on the main card.
You didn't miss it.
I heard it was boring.
But
Yeah,
Ryan
it
Bader
was-
won.
It was really boring.
Really?
Two guys just afraid to open up.
I heard it was very controversial.
Jeez. I mean, both of them were losers, if you ask me.
Is it a Stephen Thompson Tyron thing?
No, there was more activity.
Well, yeah,
I'm telling you, that's one of the worst title. Yeah, I don't.
That's the worst title fight.
I don't like those guys no more.
No, I don't bang. I mean, maybe Tyron can make up for it in this fight.
I don't know if he's gonna make it out of this fight.
Well, I think either way, I think Damian's gonna force the fight. So that's
he's
good.
just gonna go for his back. So.
Unlike Stephen Thompson, now you get me on this again. Who's like, I'm gonna be more aggressive this time. No, you want to be his best friend and just tap each other's gloves.
Yeah, seriously.
Joe Rogan's like, I love this fight.
This is
my
so
god,
technical.
I tell you, stare at a wall for the same amount of time, you might find some
art.
symbolism. You might make a storyline out of it. Yeah, jeez. But you totally threw me off.
It's literally like looking in the clouds, making animals.
Yeah.
I know.
That's really what
look
it
at
is.
that form. Oh my god.
Nope.
Meanwhile, they all just look like birds.
Two chess players picking up their chess piece and placing it back.
They keep attempting to move.
No.
Well, so yeah, we.
Oh, yeah, Ryan Bader.
No
Davis,
interest
Ryan
in that
Bader.
fight. No interest in that fight.
No.
You know what?
I'm surprised he lost though. Phil Davis was a good champ for Bellator, and then Ryan Bader comes out of nowhere from UFC. Something he never did in UFC was win the belt. So.
He can't.
Shout out to Ryan Bader though.
Yeah.
I heard it was controversial. I didn't watch it. I heard it was boring.
DC would have beat the shit out of him.
Oh god.
Really would have. And I was low key thinking about it the other day. I was like, I don't know why DC gets so much flack. I know we all do it, but he's nearly 40 years old. He's the champion. He's beaten Anthony Johnson twice, who's arguably one of the hardest hitters.
He's a choke artist when it comes to the big moments.
Since Mike Tyson.
Yeah, he's definitely the hardest.
Especially in MMA.
Yeah.
And he's beating Gustafsson, who's fucking good. And this guy.
All his other fights were interesting.
And then he was throwing around heavyweights, beating Frank Mir before, Bigfoot Silva. I don't think DC gets enough credit. He'd probably be in my top 5.
He beat Hendo too, but Hendo's washed. He was washed.
He came up small in that Anderson Silva fight.
Grapple fucked him.
He grapple fucked. Dan Henderson, I quote, said that he had to cut down after that because he can't keep fucking around with fat guys. That's what he called.
Yeah.
He called DC. Said these large fat guys. He's throwing them around. And thick. Oh, he thick. Sorry.
Shout out to Joe Rogan.
He is underrated in my opinion.
All right. Well, I'm just glad they didn't have this fight on the main card because I enjoyed everything else. That was a separate card. They called them different things. Really?
That was the main event, as they were saying on Spike, for Bellator. I don't know if MSG, I think, was just MSG. I don't think it was 180, unless that's how to.
I'm just unsure, dog.
Because I thought Bellator 180 was the main event, was Ryan Bader and Phil
then the
Davis.
Other one is Bellator MSG.
Yeah. Well, not that it makes a difference.
That's kind of smart.
Yeah.
That's kind of smart.
Because easy to probably get viewership,
Because the prelim was on the website. It wasn't on TV, but it was on the website.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, calling something prelims, probably people would generally tune out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's better to call it a card itself so people could watch.
Yeah,
I don't know what the viewership was, but I think it did well. I think Bader and Davis.
Well, anything free is gonna.
It does well,
especially if it's a UFC name.
Unless it's Demetrius Johnson, because his numbers sometimes suck. Yeah, and it's not his fault. I tell you that.
It's just
the guy's entertaining as shit.
Yeah, it's just the way he's promoted.
Yeah. All right.
Well, now let's go to the actual Bellator 180.
Yes.
And it started with Douglas Lima versus Lawrence Larkin.
Look at that, man.
Great fight.
I'm telling you, don't doubt Bellator caliber champions. It was close initially, but then Douglas Lima caught him as Lorenz Larkin was striking. Yeah. And from there on, it was like a close decision for Lima.
Yeah, the last 2 rounds, though, Lawrence put in the work. Mm-hmm. The first 3 rounds, Lima dropped him, and I believe in the first or second round, and just looked real dominant, and then Lima started to gas in the 4th and 5th. Lawrence Larkin started to do the oblique body kick, which I love. I've never seen anyone do that before. And he just looked... he looked good in the last 2 rounds, and Lima did enough to win the decision and keep his belt. So, and it was pretty amazing how... I was saying this to Christian when we were watching the fight. Lawrence Larkin left the UFC, went straight to Bellator, and got a title shot.
Mm-hmm. Just like Ryan Bader.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah, and Ryan Bader. That's pretty.
Do you know what his ranking was?
Larkin, I believe he's top 5
in the UFC.
Oh,
what
UFC.
Was it? What was it top? It was definitely top 10.
It was definitely top 10. He was probably like 9, if I remember.
Okay.
Yeah, he was definitely top 10. He's
look at that.
One of my favorite. players.
Douglas Lima would technically be top 10 caliber
in UFC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you guys like it? It's all over.
Oh,
Hey, he's back.
yeah. I'm mad he wasn't actually on the.
I know. I don't get
pissed
that.
me off.
I mean, I know.
They had Brendan Schaub, they had Josh Thompson, and was it Mike Goldberg?
Yeah, on that little like side table to go
Yeah,
to.
but like put them up front. Like,
Yeah, I don't get
even
it.
Brendan Schaub has a good voice.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Morrow and I don't know the other guy.
The fake Joe Rogan.
Yeah, the
Well,
fake,
Jimmy
the fake
Smith.
Joe Rogan.
Jimmy
He
Smith,
wasn't bad either. So
Jimmy
I don't.
Smith isn't.
I don't mind. I mean, I'm not a big fan of three people on commentary, but
That
why
was the
not?
announcer? Those two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why not just throw Joe? I'm sorry.
I guess
Michael.
Maybe Mike doesn't want that. Maybe he wants screen time. I don't
Maybe.
know. I don't know why they wouldn't do something like that.
I'm still glad we heard his voice though. Cause
I
like,
know, it's nice.
Oh, here
It's
we go.
nice.
I heard
It's
that, and it's
all
all over. Like that brought a lot of good memories back to UFC days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just mad he left.
So just before we move on from Ryan Bader's next opponent is King Mo.
Oh, really?
That was what they originally had scheduled
Yeah,
until I think King Mo got
injured.
Yeah.
King Mo, I'm gonna say this now. He did not look good against Rampage when he fought in April. I think he did
I think
enough.
those guys are enjoying the money they have.
Yeah, he did enough to win the fight, but he didn't look good against the way past his prime Rampage Jackson. And I believe they fought in April.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think Ryan Bader has too much to worry in King Mo.
Besides his power.
Yeah,
Because
but
Ryan doesn't have a chin, champ.
Ryan Bader will just take him down.
We'll hope so. Yeah, absolutely.
He'll just grind him out.
Unless he shoots like he did on Anthony Johnson,
That's
then he
true.
get fucking pounded
Yeah.
out.
Or John Jones.
Yeah, that was an ass
Oh my
one.
god.
Yeah, I truthfully can't give any like insight of who could fight next with the Bellator.
I know it's very
Well, there's
shallow.
more names to
But
say
in
now.
the
'cause-
welterweight division, it's
Yeah.
looking good.
Yeah.
Obviously, Roy McDonald. You forgot MVP.
Paul Daly.
Paul Daly and are they scheduled right? Is that going up?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, because Paul Daly called out MVP after he got his ass whooped.
They could
by
give Roy the
McDonald.
belt now if they want. You know?
Yeah. Honestly.
I mean,
He's gonna win
yeah,
it.
he was on like the little sideshow. I don't know what to call it.
I know. He said he wasn't
called
impressed,
up,
right? Or
yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Something like-
to the
Lima.
was it this fight? Yeah,
Yeah.
it was right after.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think Roy McDonald smokes Lima.
Most of the
Yeah.
people in the world. He was
Yeah.
he was number 2 before when he went to Bellator.
And he arguably could have beat Roy. Roy
Stephen
McDonald.
Thompson
Robbie
too, but he
Lawler.
was shy. He was gun shy in that
Yeah.
fight with Stephen Thompson.
I love Rory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not like
That-
the Red King?
that
That's what
Robbie
they call
Lawler
him.
Yeah,
Fight.
just off of that fight
The
alone,
best fight I've ever watched. in my life.
yeah,
By far.
they had turned Robbie Lawler into Voldemort. His face was messed up, had no nose.
And then
Roy McDonald had no
just
face.
turned off
Oh my God.
mid punch.
Getting to the next fight here, we got Aaron Pico versus Zach Freeman,
my
the
God.
prodigy.
That's why you can't put too much hype on people.
Yeah.
Oh my
Aaron
god!
Pico
Old man beat him.
was considered the
The
greatest
best
prospect.
in MMA history.
Goodness.
How'd that go?
He went
Some
to bed
guy
in
with
30
fucking
seconds.
braids.
Zach Freeman. I
Clipped
think he
him.
was like 38, 36. He was
Gosh.
not. He was not no prodigy. I'll
They
tell you that
set
much.
him up to lose. But
You think?
absolutely, we thought a 38-year-old man was going to take on the biggest
Oh,
prospect.
he's 33.
Oh, but damn, he looks 38.
Motherfucker, you look for
33, 9-2. Well, now 9-2. I was.
John texted me. He said, "Oh, this dude, what's his name? Aaron Pico?
Aaron Pico.
Yeah. Oh, he's my boy. Blah blah blah. I believe he won multiple national titles. He didn't go to Penn State, did he?
I don't
think
yeah,
so.
I
Does it say there now?
He's got a
I know he-
decorated background.
Bug flew my
Golden Glove as well.
Yeah, Golden Glove and boxing as well.
So he can
Crazy.
box, he can wrestle.
Yeah.
Can't fight in the UFC though.
No,
The
not
fact
yet.
that he got hit with one right uppercut and he dropped to the floor. When I saw that, I was like,
You need a chin in this game, Jim.
Yeah.
Either that or you need to be
and then
really
he got
evasive.
his back taken immediately, and he just got fucking his neck taken. So
Was it a guillotine?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
choke
guillotine. Okay.
in 24 seconds.
that's sad. That's not a way to
came
debut
in-
for Bellator.
Yeah.
It was entertaining as all hell. That's what I'm saying. I had
Yeah.
fun with this. The next fight I had fun with as well. Brett Primus versus Michael Chandler.
You enjoyed that?
Broke my.
I enjoyed it because
I
Michael
hate
Chandler.
injury, because that shit was
know-
it was gonna be great if he
Broke
didn't get
my
injured.
heart.
I wanted the doctor to keep it
I
going,
know.
but he almost knocked him out with one leg. Like,
Yeah, honestly.
don't want to be fighting with one leg. That shit hurts.
Like,
he twisted.
I'm the
that
resident ankle sprain injury.
It wasn't broken, by the way. He sprained it.
yeah, I
That's
figured.
from yeah.
I figured.
He fucking twisted on that shit at least four times in
times.
a row.
And almost knocked him out with the right
Yeah.
hand.
Did you see when the doctors came in? He was on the stool. He got up. They removed the stool and he
Got
went
him. They
back
pulled-
and
they
just
pulled the chair
fell.
from
I
him.
was
They
like,
pulled the chair.
damn. Yeah, I was really disappointed with that decision because, well, obviously he couldn't fight on the bad ankle. But if he would have won that fight, Michael Chandler would have went to the UFC. I guarantee it. But now that he lost it, he's going to sign another contract with Bellator, get the belt back, probably fight another fight or two, then go to the UFC.
My question is, I know people have fought with torn ACLs before, like Conor. People fought with broken. People got their arms broken in the octagon, everything.
John Jones.
Do they only stop it if it's evident? Like,
Uh,
could they not have just told him, do you want to continue, even on one ankle?
Well, the way he was acting in the fight and how he was continuously rolling on it, that's a concern for the ref, and that's where the ref needs to step
So
in.
if it's evident, because
Yeah.
Tim Sylvia was getting armbarred by whom?
Frank Mir.
Frank Mir, and the shit popped. And then
I honestly
Herb
think-
Dean saw that.
called it immediately.
Oh God! The only reason I know that is because while you guys were talking, they got a little shirt dog quiz, and I was taking it, and broken arm was one of the answers, and they asked that same thing. But
So yeah, generally it's got to be evident. Nobody knew John Jones had sprained or broke. I don't remember what
he
it was.
hyperextended his
Hyperextended.
elbow or
Yeah.
some shit.
It brings you
And then he
back.
broke his toe with
Yeah,
Chelsea.
with Chael.
It brings me back
gosh.
to the scene in Warrior where Tom Hardy breaks his arm. Just one arm. He just so
How they not stop the fight?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was evident he had one. I don't know. Maybe I was thinking of the movies.
I just feel bad for Michael Chandler because he needs to retire in the UFC. Like I want him to
He
compete in
needs
the
to
lightweight
be in the
division.
UFC.
should
I'm
go.
afraid that Bellator is going to give him big money because he's the
Yep.
face of Bellator.
Oh, of course. Well, Rory McDonald. could
I
be
honestly
too.
feel like this is a good way for him to go out. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to like give up the championship, and he lost off technicality. So you know what? Just
So
head
let
straight
Brett
to the UFC.
Primus be the
Yeah.
champion there, right?
he won't keep it.
Well, like, what does he want to do? Win the championship back and say, all right, I'm going to
Yeah.
UFC?
No, he
Like,
Yeah.
needs to shake with one of these lightweights over here in UFC.
It'll be tough for him, but I think
I would
he
love
can
to see him
compete.
face off against Eddie again, or who else is in that lightweight
Barbosa
division?
would be
Edson
interesting.
Barbosa would be great. Yeah.
the way I see it as a wrestling fan is, as a WWE fan, you always, the rule is you always go out on your back. If it's your last match, you lose. Just to get the other guy over. So in this case, the other guy gets over. It's a technicality. You still
new
didn't
era.
really lose. It's just a little
Yeah, you
mark on your
definitely
record.
didn't lose. Yeah.
It's a new era for the current champ.
Yeah, exactly.
Let it
So
continue.
I say just go to UFC from there. If
He's
that's-
not gonna. He's stubborn though, so he'll get the belt back.
It's
and
a
then go into
shame.
the UFC.
Now I want to know what this guy should do now. His name is Fedor Emelianenko.
Does anyone know him? He's like that bald guy who keeps getting knocked on his ass.
Yeah. Call it quits. You got knocked out by Matt Mitrione. He competed on Ultimate Fighter and didn't even fucking win. I'm
Did he?
Got knocked out by a middle of the road
sorry.
fighter.
He got knocked out by a bum.
Yo, he beat Kimbo Slice though.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh
On
no!
Ultimate Fighter?
No. Oh yes, he did. Yeah.
Is he the one who eliminated?
I don't know. I was excited
Yeah.
for that double knockout.
Yeah. When that shit happened, if
Oh,
that would have
yeah, that
been a
was
technical
crazy.
double knockout, that would have been insane. But yeah,
That was pretty
Fedor.
cool.
Fedor needs to retire. He said in the interview he was like, "Oh, I don't plan on retiring," but after the Chael fight, the Chael called Fedor out. That would be completely boring. That would bore the shit out of me.
Chael
If
called him out?
Yeah.
Chael
if
called everyone. He
fought
also said Rory McDonald.
Fedor. Yeah, that too. But Fedor.
Cheo is the GOAT, and we're not going to speak poorly on his name.
I said this off
The
mic
American gangster.
to Chris before. Fedor was the greatest of all time before that moment to me, and now that
You know you did not regard him as the greatest of all time.
yeah.
We beat.
No, you did not.
No, yes, I did.
You
As the greatest MMA fighter, UFC fighter was Anderson. MMA Fedor. Now, it's Anderson.
I don't know. Can you really?
Anderson never got knocked out by a bum.
Okay, but that's still like you're judging somebody.
Chris Weidman. Chris Weidman.
Chris Weidman.
No, he was not a bum. He was undefeated.
He looking like a bum.
Chris Weidman is a bum. Anyway,
Yeah, now, not back then.
Oh right, but we're still. That's,
no.
that's what I'm saying. We can't regard somebody and how they are now.
I'll be impressed if he beats Kelvin because I'm not picking
Yeah, no.
Weidman at all.
Oh no, he ain't
If
beating
he
him.
doesn't beat Kelvin, bro.
Gaslam's got.
He should go to Bellator.
Yeah, honestly.
Honestly,
I
go win
I
that
can see
title.
it.
WWE some shit. I don't know.
Why everybody's last
I think
option
he'll
is
do
WWE?
okay in light heavyweight. Chris Weidman.
Very cool.
Go back to his wrestling
Maybe.
So what?
roots.
Lose
Yeah.
to everybody except John Jones?
And Cormier.
Cormier?
As
Nah.
long as you get paid, I guess.
Cormier would be a good
It's a
fight.
job. At this point, I don't see him being champion anymore. Yeah.
No, Chris Weidman never.
Unless he ever lines himself up with Michael Bisping.
Yeah. He has to win his like next 2 fights, and then Bisping's gonna retire. So. But anyway, back to Fedor. Retire.
You're retiring. What
Yeah.
about Matt Mitrione?
What if it's heavyweight challenge? Who's the champion now?
Who?
Because Matt Mitrione's on a
That's
tear. He's
that's a
like 3 or
great
4
question.
fight win streak.
That's
so
a great question. I have no
you might as
fucking
well just
clue.
give him the championship.
Whoever
Title
you
shot.
are, the Bellator heavyweight champion, fight Matt Mitrione. Case closed.
Unless there is none. I don't know.
Yeah.
Unless
Maybe he'll
it-
just get the belt for beating Fedor. Yeah. But that increases his name tremendously. He did beat one of the greatest.
What did John ever say about this? Because John jacks that Fedor is the greatest god who
I
ever
told
lived.
John that Anderson never got
Greatest.
knocked out by a blah blah blah, and then he was sending me all like statistical stats like, oh, Fedor beat way more dominant fighters, blah 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 blah. I was like, John, name Fedor's last 5 opponents, and he was like, that doesn't matter. I was like, no, it does matter because Anderson Silva's still fighting top 10 guys in the division.
Yeah,
Fedor hasn't.
I don't remember that last guy. He fought in Russia, but that was,
Yeah, it was a draw.
I don't know much.
It was a draw.
It was.
He got his ass
shady.
beat.
Didn't they give it to
He
him?
lost to Bigfoot. He lost to We're Doing What I Hate. He lost to Matt Mitrione.
Wait, do you have his last couple fights?
Who?
On-
Fedor?
on his-
Listen,
on his thing right
Sure,
now?
pull up both. Because I told John, I was like, Anderson's still competing with the best, even though not controversial. He says he retired from the UFC because he was not happy with how UFC was handling his
Fedor
situation
beat-
anymore.
His last 5 fights was a win.
The
I don't know
one
who it
before
is,
Mitrione
but
was a draw. They
Pablo
didn't update it.
Maldonado, Jaldeep
You said
Singh.
a win because that was.
His,
That was
his,
a
last,
draw.
his last fight, it's
They
listed
didn't
as
update
wins.
it. Yeah, it's a draw declared in the commission. For Russia.
Jaldeep Singh, Pedro Rizzo,
Exactly.
Satoshi Ishii,
Who the
Jeff
fuck are these
Monsoon,
people?
And then when he fights all the UFC people, Dan Henderson lost, Antonio Silva lost, Fabricio Werdum lost,
He did beat Mirko Krokop.
Wait,
and Andre
he lost to
Arlovski.
Dan Henderson?
Twice,
yeah,
He lost to Dan Henderson.
yeah.
Yeah,
TKO.
Dan knocked him the fuck out.
Oh man, he
Lost to Werdum by triangle choke.
I remember that.
I know. That's the first
Dan-
time he ever
did-
lost in my
Did Dan
eyes.
Henderson and Anderson Silva ever fight?
Yes.
Who won?
Anderson Silva beat the fuck out of
Then
him.
I feel like the answer is case
Anderson
closed.
Silva would have
Because
beaten
Anderson
Fedor.
Silver, I'm sorry. Anderson
Silver.
Silva is a complete different weight class. We're talking about heavyweight, and then we're talking about a middleweight.
Honestly, if Anderson Silva would have never broke his leg, he wouldn't have 7 losses on his
Hell no, he would have
resume.
been Weidman. He would have
Yeah.
been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
I
though
agree.
Weidman was taking it to him, but
Well, that first fight, I think.
The
Yeah.
first fight was the controversial
he
showboating
got
thing.
caught. That's his fault.
Got caught, yeah. And then the second one was the
The leg
injury.
break. Yeah.
Then his next loss
Next,
They
yeah,
offered
was
Chris
well,
Weidman.
that wasn't a loss. What was
it
that?
was a no
Anderson.
contest.
Oh yeah, I would have
Because
liked to see that
Anderson
one.
Yeah.
tested positive.
That was
for
really a win. And the Bisping, there was controversy in that
Controversial.
one. So
In
he
June,
just-
they offered Chris Weidman Anderson.
Yeah.
I don't know why
Chris-
Anderson didn't want that.
Chris Weidman did not get truly defeated in any of his fights. You know,
Wait,
on
who are you
UFC.
talking about? Chris Weidman or Anderson?
I'm sorry, Anderson Silva.
He did lose
He
again.
lost his last couple fights, big time.
Who? Anderson?
Chris Weidman.
No, I'm not discussing Chris Weidman.
He
That's
lost
not-
to DC. All he did was lay on him.
Yeah,
that
I'm
was-
sorry. I
no,
forgot
that
DC.
doesn't count.
Derek Brunson, he
Ooh,
did not
rat.
win that fight.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm
right
trying to get him. Where'd he go?
right inside that door.
Oh, really? Because we got a trap there. He should be good.
Good night. But
No, we-
Yeah, I can keep talking. I'm
that
gonna
was a
check this guy.
paycheck. That was really a paycheck.
Yeah.
He came in on 2 days' notice
Yeah.
to fight as I said, an underrated light heavyweight champion.
All I know is Fedor is still one of the
Get him.
greatest.
Damn, how are you still alive?
Fedor is one of the greatest of all time, still. But I do.
He's one of the greatest pride fighters for
Yeah.
sure.
I don't know. That rat is one of the greatest fighters of all
I
time.
really,
I do consider.
I enjoyed
Anderson-
the shit.
Did he
out
get
of
him?
Nah, he avoided both of the traps.
Oh shit!
Smart. I
I do
enjoyed the shit
consider-
out of him in Pride.
Yeah,
Oh my!
I do consider Anderson the greatest now.
But Fedor deserves every right to
Yeah.
be in that list. But
Yeah.
would I ever say the great? No.
But the thing that pissed me off with John was like, oh, Fedor beat way more talented fighter. I showed all the over the past few years Anderson has fought. The past, at least maybe 12 to 13 guys have been way better than what Fedor has fought. I only had when I looked at Fedor's
Krokop.
resume.
Nogueira.
Yeah.
Kevin Randleman wasn't that good.
Coleman.
Kevin Randleman, he in the middle of the
Tim
road.
Sylvia
Oh, he's
was
dead.
good back in the day. Like
Rest
he
in
only had
peace.
about 8-9 reckonable fights against the.
He
He was
was
exciting.
He was a
so
good
fun.
fighter back in the day, but like Anderson,
Who
like
does
I
he have
said,
wins against?
still competing against top 10 guys, even though he's losing.
They're around the same age too, right? How
Yeah.
old is Anderson?
40.
Oh, they're both the same age then. So
Anderson's the greatest of all time. I don't care.
I can't say that because already I see several of the fighters who are going to end up being better than him.
Yeah.
You know, it's still the beginning of a sport that's going to grow so much, you know,
yeah, I don't ever want to get into like the.
of all time. I can't say that.
I don't ever want to be as old heads are with Michael Jordan. Oh man, but that guy never missed one shot. Like yes, he has.
Yes, yeah. So like
He has missed a few
put him on a
shots.
pedestal.
Well, we might be saying that about Connor in the future,
And
depending
John
on how the
Jones.
rest of his career
And
goes.
John Jones.
Yeah,
Well, John Jones is the best talent I've seen except Connor.
for sure. I mean, I just enjoy the word like the great, one of the greatest. You know, rather than saying of all time, definitively.
I think we.
I don't like how they throw that around with
It's a-
Demetrius.
Of all time, like how can you say that? Not yet. I mean,
Yeah, not yet, but
if he
certainly
keeps
on the
up,
path.
of course. Yeah,
Yes.
that's no
Yeah,
doubt.
I think I don't think you were on the episode. It was Christian, Will, and I. I asked the question, and we can move on to whatever else. If
Is
you
it-
had to pick 4 people on the Mount Rushmore of MMA, who would you pick?
Were you here?
You weren't here.
You weren't here for that question.
No.
Who would you put on your Mount
If you had to
Rushmore?
pick 4 off the top of your head, who would it be?
So
Connor,
describe
Connor,
Mount
and
Rushmore.
Connor, and Connor.
Mount Rushmore. Think of it like how our
The
president.
president's
saw
the
it.
greatest.
Like if it was
Okay.
basketball, I would pick Jordan, LeBron.
So people who
Kobe,
basically
Magic.
founded.
I don't think I'd put Kobe on Mount.
So
I was just
this
throwing names
again,
out.
this might not indicate that I believe they are great. It's just,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they help the
Yeah,
sport.
exactly.
Royce
If you had to
Gracie,
pick-
obviously.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
Even like I know it's difficult to say, but like Forrest Griffin and Stephen Bonner I might have to choose one or the other if I'm
Okay.
having 4.
Yeah.
Because they propelled it.
Yeah. It's tough. You only have to pick 4.
I'm trying to think what
It was tough.
And-
what
Anderson,
kind of
Chuck
landmarks
Liddell.
we've had.
Randy Couture.
Yeah, I put Anderson, Chuck Liddell, Royce Gracie,
too.
and
I picked John Jones with me.
I think I
Big
picked
John
Connor.
McCarthy. Not
Connor, yeah.
Connor.
Just because when we look back at him in years, we're gonna be like, all right, he was the.
Yeah, he did propel it.
Yeah.
I like it. There's
You
been
have to
several
give him-
chapters
you
to the
have to
UFC,
give
and
him
he's
that.
been one of them.
My 4 were Gracie, Liddell, Jones, and Anderson.
Jones, yeah.
Yeah.
You put Jones there? It's kind of
Jones had Nike. He was the first Nike
Yeah.
deal that I've seen. You know,
And then he
that
lost.
was impressive.
It sucks.
I know.
He'll get it back.
But let's go back. Royce, who's Connor,
You said Forrest Griffin.
Chuck Liddell was the face of the UFC
Yeah,
for
I
a long
put Chuck
time.
Liddell there for sure.
Anderson
For a long
too.
time.
GSP even.
I know.
It's hard. You're right.
Oh,
favorite. I
man.
could go
Anderson
on.
Silva.
Big Nog. I can't.
Jose Aldo.
I'm serious. He's one of the best heavyweights
Brock
of all
Lesnar?
time.
GSP makes money. He
Yeah.
does, so that'll probably be mine.
So you said GSP, Royce.
GSP's Canadian, so he stands for Canadian fighters. You've got Chuck Liddell standing for the UFC, at the time. it was-
Americans.
Yeah, Americans.
Royce Gracie, Brazil.
Brazil,
All of South
Jiu-Jitsu,
America.
and Connor was,
All of
Connor.
Europe.
you know,
Yeah,
Anderson.
Connor.
Across the world. Yeah.
So no Anderson.
Well,
Just quick question.
that was actually a good transition because we said Royce Gracie. Now let's mention this fight that they threw in out of nowhere: Neiman Gracie versus Dave Marfone.
His cousin.
It was right after the Matt Mitrione fight.
Really?
Just enjoy it.
Yeah.
It was.
I didn't watch it really.
It was a good fight.
How you avoid this? It was in between the 2 main events. You just tune out.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I do that all the time with WWE. But Neiman Gracie was talented as hell, and I think if we're talking about what's next for him, he should get Damian Maia in a submission match, first to the rear naked wins.
Submission Underground. Yeah, that's what he should be on. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
But yeah, I mean, he was fighting like Damian Maia, just
Yeah.
looking,
Looking to ride you back.
yeah,
Oh, homo.
but he was exceeding.
Oh,
I mean, Damian Maia does
The
as well,
human
but
backpack.
That's what he was doing. But now to the main event that people, I guess, care about.
I don't give a shit for Chael. I'm sick of him trying to
Yeah.
play this persona.
I
Where
just
he's like,
wanna-
you're talking about the baddest man in the
Yeah.
planet, and then he gives you the
ain't
double bicep. It's like, shut the fuck
I just
up.
want to say.
well, he does just lay on people.
I just want to say something. Wanderlei Silva.
Sucks.
He's a retire. He did call Fedor Bellator on another MMA promotion. He wants to fight him because Fedor's not in the UFC obviously anymore.
I thought he was.
Wanderlei hurt Chael with 12 shots.
Terrible.
He landed 12 shots on
Chael's
Chael and he hurt him
awful
twice.
off the TRT. Chael is awful. You used to see an image of him on TRT. He's very big. And now he just looks like a dad bod. He's just out there. Just
I remember when he fought Anderson for the second time, he looked like a ghost.
Yeah.
Like, his body was just horrible. It took a tremendous amount of time for him to cut that weight. Because he was usually at 205, and then he dropped down to 85, I believe. That's how it worked. I'm not sure.
He was definitely on TRT at one point. So, Vitor, of course.
Yeah. And Chael did time for it, too. He got suspended for roids as well.
I want you to take a quick glance. Tell me it doesn't look like Chael Sonnen. Joel Edgerton from it really looks like Chael Sonnen.
That's
for
a good
quick
movie,
second.
man.
I want to watch it again. I love that movie.
That's a good
I love
movie.
that movie.
It's always good to go back. The fight scenes were a bit outrageous, but they were good.
Shit, better than UFC.
Well, this year, yeah.
Until next weekend.
All right, well, let's
This
talk about
weekend,
it,
I'm
because I don't
sorry.
think we got much to say about Sonnen, so can we just brush over that? We've been talking about the Bellator card longer than I expected, 35 minutes. So let's
We
get
have
into
to
this.
talk about Fight Night as well.
Yeah, so let's get into this fight night that happened. We had...
BJ Penn.
what do you guys want? You guys want to start with the main card? You guys want to mention Clay Guida? I don't know if you guys are kidding.
I didn't watch the fight, but
Well,
I
he's-
heard he did very well.
Yeah, I mean, we're working with Team Alpha Male. Good for him. Moving on.
BJ Penn versus Dennis Seaver.
BJ Penn retired. Dennis Seaver, you knocked out a bomb.
BJ Penn should
Well,
be
not
in...
knocked. No, he got knocked down by a bomb.
They should both retire together.
Yeah.
This
Just a
should have been a
farewell.
retirement match.
Just a farewell.
Yeah.
Shit.
Any thoughts on this fight? Or
Next.
next,
BJ, you'll be a Hall of Famer. Just stop fighting.
He ruined his record.
Tim Means
He did.
versus Alex Garcia. He won by decision. Tim Means.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, Alex Garcia's the... I don't know if you guys got to see him, but he's the mini... what's his name? Fuck. He's... Oh, Yoel Romero. He's the mini Yoel Romero. You see him. He's
jacked.
Dominican. He's jacked. Yeah, he fights at welterweight or lightweight. What was that? Welterweight.
I think it's 70.
I believe it's welterweight because that motherfucker can't make 155
No.
as big as he is. But yeah, Tim Means, I was picking Tim Means because he's more of the technical striker in that bout, longer. Tim Means is proven to be tough. Definitely a good fighter. So I'm not surprised by that result whatsoever.
Well, this next one, I don't know any lick of these people's. Joaquin Christensen versus Dominic Reyes. Dominic Reyes won by KO. He had performance of the night.
Yeah, I've heard of Reyes before.
Are there images of them?
Yeah.
Is Reyes?
He won in like 28 seconds.
Is Reyes?
Yeah, I don't know these people either.
Let me see. Oh, I remember the knockout on Twitter, but no, I don't know anything about it. I've heard of Reyes though.
Well, I mean, there wasn't a fight to watch. It was 28
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
So,
It was a good
was the knockout good?
Yeah,
I guess that's what we get to conversating
good
about.
win. Good win.
Alright, now this is the match that I heard about. Felice Herring versus Justine Cook.
Oh no, we've all heard about this, about this shit.
Literally.
Felice Herring was fucking crying at the press conference after the fight.
If somebody shit on me, I'd be too. You know about that, right?
Now you guys gonna have to explain this one to me.
Yeah, there was some doo-doo on the...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
The fuck?
What happened?
I thought at first
It was
like...
from Felice?
No,
No,
it's
from
from
her
the
opponent.
bitch she was choking out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought
Shit
it
herself.
was dried up blood at first. Then I was just like, wait.
That's
then I was...
diarrhea, champ.
Yeah, and then there were like reports of like interviews of like
Gaga.
backstage. Felice Herring was like, "Nah, it smelled in there." I was like, "Yikes!"
I would have
why-
tapped out. I'll give him credit. I've never seen that in the UFC, nor in MMA.
Surprisingly, you never seen it.
Yoel Romero has shitted himself before. I swear to God, look it up on YouTube.
No,
you'll
don't.
find
No,
it.
I prefer to take your word on this one. I've seen fighters like poop will come out there. But damn, in the UFC level, damn.
Yeah,
So why was Felice crying? Was it because of the whole "I'm not being publicized because
Yeah,
ugly"?
I'm not pretty. I'm not beautiful. Type thing.
At least she knows.
Plus, she was having difficulty in her fighting career, but now she's picking up win after win.
Yeah,
so.
I think this was her 4th straight one.
I don't think she's top tier,
No,
but let her enjoy it, right?
What is she, 115?
yeah.
Yeah, hell,
Why
no,
would you
don't
want to
stand a
even
chance.
move up? Like, why would you? Joanna's on top. She just
And she's gonna be a top next year when she gets that belt too.
Just shut up and collect your money.
She go to Bellator.
She got shit on. Oh my goodness. A
Literally.
fan offered 15 G's for that pair of shorts.
Why would you want that?
I don't know.
oh goodness.
You want? I'll do the same thing. You offer me 15 G's.
15 grand, shit.
Wait, for what?
Literally.
For her soiled, I know, for her soiled shorts.
Oh, okay.
But was it a shitty contest?
Felice just dominated
It's
her.
a shit show.
Yeah.
How many puns are we gonna
Shit
throw out?
I remember one time the bathroom overflowed at Adidas, and me and my manager had to clean it, and we just kept making puns about it. Like it was.
I know.
To that day, that's a shitty experience.
Who was the fighter that lost? Carrick? What was her name?
Kish. You mixed the two names together.
She tweeted after shit happens.
That's
So
funny.
she's having fun with it too.
That's funny.
That's disgusting, though.
I would rock with it, Justine.
I don't know how the referee did it. He had he wasn't at least blinded by the moment. He was just staring at the smelling that guy.
Imagine making a nickname, Justine Shit Kish.
She could take it.
You get intimidated.
She should take it.
That's money. If your nickname is Shit, then, I don't know.
That's
Diaper
hilarious.
companies reached out to her too.
Did they? Alright, too much fun with it.
That's fucked up.
Tim Bosch. How do you
Fuck Johnny
Timbo.
Hendricks. How do you miss 185?
I was just about to say that. What the fuck? I don't understand how he
Cut
missed weight.
him. Cut him.
Wait, he missed weight with this too?
Yes.
Cut him.
And
Oh
he
my
moved up in the
God.
division.
Dude can't even make 185.
Isn't
Cuts
that
he
the-
naturally.
I think that's the-
300.
He's garbage. He's trash. He's no
He
good.
used to be so.
Oh, on that TRT, he was good. He was explosive. He was
was
throwing
a
that
champion.
overhand
He
right,
beat GSP.
knocking motherfuckers out. He was dangerous under the either.
Phone call? Answer it, bro. We don't care. Answer it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Damn. Hello. What's up, buddy? Oh goodness.
The
Yeah.
whole mic moving a little bit.
Johnny Hendricks.
Alright, so how do you miss this weight? I'm sorry if the mic is moving.
I saw-
We having fun with it today.
I saw something on Twitter. And I retweeted it, but I was busy and I didn't go back to it. And I don't understand why he missed the weight. I don't know if
He was
Chris
eating Burger
knows.
King and KFC the night before.
Oh, okay. Then
Was
that
he?
explains
No, I don't know.
okay.
I'm just saying he must have
But
been.
yeah, I don't know. I saw something on Twitter and I retweeted it.
How's
And
he
I didn't
struggling?
come to mention it, but I don't know why he missed weight. But it's just sad. What I
He
agree.
must have been eating a Big
I agree
Mac.
with Chris. He needs to be let from the UFC.
Why is he still there? Does he hold any money? Does he
He's a good name for the brand.
really still?
Yeah.
He's a former champion.
yeah.
Still though, does he
Yeah.
hold money really? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I think
if
he
believe
made like
that.
100 grand.
Johnny
Damn,
Hendricks used to be.
he's robbing the UFC.
Johnny Hendricks used to be one of my favorite.
But I'm sure he
fighters back in the
loses
day.
some of that.
Yeah, he loses. I think 20% of his
That
purse.
one's not going to stand for that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think his biggest payday was like maybe 400,000.
Friend just flew in from Texas.
Oh, I know his name. What's his name? Steve? What's his name?
That's
You talking about Steven?
Oh,
You're not talking about Steven. You
Where's
don't
he-
know his name? Steven?
he's in Detroit. Right?
Yeah, he
Texas.
in the hood.
Right, yeah,
Anyway.
Good. Do you know why? Do you know why Johnny Hendricks missed weight? Do you know?
Cause he's fat fuck. There you go.
Story.
Next fight, another controversial one. This doesn't sound like a great card. I'm sorry. Kevin Lee versus Michael Chiesa.
Very controversial.
Why?
Because Mario Yamasaki stopped the fight, even though the fight did look like it was going to be over. But
My question is, you could replay the footage. Yeah, I'm not saying he was out, but Chiesa lowered his hands to stop defending the choke. I'm
yeah,
like, so
that's
what,
his
what was
fault.
next?
Yeah, that's
You know?
his fault.
Like,
I
what
will
were you
agree
going
with
to do?
that.
Just stay there until 1 minute passed? No, you
Yeah.
were going to tap
Yeah,
him.
he looked
There
like he was
only,
done.
I believe there was only 20 seconds on the clock, and I've seen, like I said off mic before, I've seen Stephen Thompson get out of a fucking guillotine
Sorry.
for.
But this one looked
a
like he was
minute.
about to go to bed. Stephen Thompson never looked like he was going to bed.
Nah, Michael.
FS1 previews aren't there? They should get right there.
The highlight show the finish.
Yeah.
Michael wasn't gonna tap.
He wasn't going to tap, but he looked like he was going to sleep.
Look, just look at the position, and then he drops his hands. Simply,
He didn't tap. He was saying he was fine.
look at this. Like, are you telling? Look, at this moment he's fighting the choke, and then he just decides, all right.
Look. Not even for 1 second he moves his hands. Watch. Right there. That's not
And then
even a
what
2
we
second
doing? Like,
difference.
what is Chiesa doing there?
How much time was on the clock? Did it show? By chance?
No, it doesn't show the time.
They're
okay.
making it.
He did drop his hands, bro.
Just
like-
a
He was
little
going to
bit.
bed.
There are several.
He was 2 or 3 seconds away from.
But my argument is he's a mixed martial artist. he shouldn't be
we all
allowed in
agree
that.
he should be
He shouldn't
responsible
be
for whether
yes.
he taps or passes.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have let that position get that far.
Again, it's a chess match.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have let that
Yeah,
your
yeah,
opponent
yeah.
have reached
Yep.
this moment.
Yeah, that was the
Well,
killing
that's the-
strike.
It's like people ask, how do you avoid the rear naked choke? It's like, don't get your back taken. That's it.
Yeah, or just defend correctly.
Yeah, but it comes to that's like the last move, you know.
Dana
That's
White
the ace in the
ripped
hole.
Mary Yamasaki.
Which is fine, you know. But at the end of the day, most of the community I've heard we understand we should let the fighter tap. That's his obviously
or just
his
go to
job.
sleep. Yeah.
Tap or sleep. But it's not that big of a deal because Lee already had him in the last move. Lee already had him tight.
Yeah, I was surprised how Michael didn't really look that good.
I mean,
Because Kevin Lee is, I believe, number
So was Lee. He was
6.
surprised.
All right, so we just talked about this whole UFC 213 card, and it got interrupted. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
It just didn't take it. I got an error on my program.
We have to keep an eye on it more often.
Yeah.
Well,
It happened last
I'd be
time
so
we-
glued to the thing, and usually
know.
I catch it early, but yeah,
That was
so,
a good 20 minutes of voice.
yeah, no, we definitely
Yeah.
had some good conversation, and I'm sorry you missed out on that, but I don't think we're gonna repeat it. But we
We were talking about UFC 213.
yeah, we could brush over these fights. We left off on the Kevin Lee conversation. I don't know how deep into it, but
And we didn't even talk about the Ultimate Fighter.
oh, the Ultimate Fighter finale, which God, we missed a lot.
Well, Gaethje's a grinder. I like him.
Damn, we had a good segment with that.
I know.
Damn.
He was looking for. It's not gonna be as funny. You know how you like try to explain a funny story.
It's never gonna be.
It's never gonna be as funny.
Fuck. We
Man.
can go over the card real quick, though.
Yeah, the 213 card. Yeah,
Yeah.
Gaethje is a guy to watch out for. He's a grinder. He's relentless.
He came from the World Series of Fighting.
He's not a hoagie.
No, he's not an Aaron Pico. He's better than him.
Yeah, he's a champ.
Yeah.
Damn, we
Damn,
we
I'm
had
tight.
some entertainment.
Yeah, let's
I'm-
just
Plus, there's a
through
lot
it.
of bad blood between them, so I'm really looking.
I got bad blood with this program.
I know.
I'm tight.
We'll brush
Who
through
did it?
Ah, man. All right, yeah. Travis Brown is on the card.
He's getting slept.
Yeah, he's
If he
getting slept.
loses, what's his? Does he stay
Retirement.
in the UFC?
No, retirement.
Just
He
do
can go to
something.
Ronda.
right?
Just marry
Because he'd
Ronda.
be fucking good in Bellator.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Just marry Ronda, you'll be alright.
Anthony Pettis versus Jim Miller. I got Anthony Pettis with this one.
He ain't winning that
Yeah,
fight.
I think Anthony
He ain't
Pettis
winning.
could look good against Jim.
You got Anthony Pettis? Okay.
He not winning no more.
Jim, good grappler, good takedown. But Anthony Pettis is a good takedown defense. I think he would clip Jim Miller and he'd finish the fight.
We'll see.
I got
Who
Pettis.
knows, though? He didn't make weight with
We're
45.
Doom versus Overeem. I got Overeem.
Yeah, we're Doom's going to bed.
Overeem's going to bed.
Yeesh.
Either way, I feel like somebody's getting slumped.
Yeah,
I want
he-
Redoom to lose, but
Yeah, me
personally,
too.
I don't see him.
Overeem he has an unreliable chin.
Either or, they're going to sleep. Or if I could see Doom catching Overeem in a submission. Because Doom is dirty on the ground. As you
Absolutely.
yawn.
Yeah, my yawn is accurate description of this next fight because I don't know who the hell these names are. Daniel Amulinchuk versus Curtis Blades.
Let's give it up.
I'm going to pick the guy in the blue corner.
Jesus
I'm-
is lit.
What?
So expect your NBA podcast to be a
Oh
shit
God!
Oh, tell him to go home.
Oh
that's a
God!
dub.
Why? How does he get lit while he's working?
show. It's fine.
Isn't he
Well,
drunk?
there goes our basketball.
Why you don't? Well, he's played. Has he or no? I don't know.
Oh, his shit talk is gonna be
man.
crazy today. All right, yeah, we don't care about
Vomit
that
on
fight.
your chest as he's driving.
Romero Whitaker, we didn't get to talk about this, so I
That's
guess
a
we
good
could.
one.
At least we got some good.
That's a big time
conversation
fight.
here.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about this.
That's a big time fight. That's the true middleweight championship bout.
Yeah.
Is Jesus
Whoever
on his
for
way?
the true belt, he just asked where I am.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I told him at your house, so.
Yeah, I'll text him right now. But yeah, you guys.
We'll talk about Romero Whitaker.
Who you guys think is winning?
I don't know.
I'll take one for Christian.
Whitaker's a slight favorite
Yeah.
based on the betting
Yes,
odds.
really?
Coming off the win of
I
Jocko.
don't know.
Romero-
Romero, Romero's a scary looking guy.
Yeah, but he's been on the downfall. Every fight he happened to save himself against
Yeah,
Chris
he's
Weidman
one
with
lucky
the flying
fight,
knee.
luckily.
And Tim Kennedy, he got rocked in that fight. Stood on the stool too long. Who else did he beat? recently?
Tim Kennedy.
Jacare, he lost that fight. I don't know what anyone's talking about.
Robert Whitaker will win this fight then.
Weidman.
I favor Whitaker because Whitaker looks so fresh.
Yeah.
He's got so much momentum currently.
He has the eye of the tiger.
Far striking advantage, far significantly. And I don't see often. Jesus said I probably have to pick him up. I don't see Romero doesn't usually favor his wrestling, but he might have to.
Yeah.
Against Whitaker.
Yeah. If he doesn't favor that wrestling, he'll lose. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. That I'm
impressed with the way Whitaker strikes is awkward. Mm-hmm. He keeps his hands low and then
he knock out his last guy.
Yeah, Jacare.
Not many people use his
who's the guy
style.
before Jacare?
Derek Brunson.
Oh, yeah, he cleaned them up.
That was 4 minutes, 3 minutes of just a street fight, essentially. We try to avoid as many creaks as we can.
Yeah, because when you move the table, you can't.
Did it come out?
Yeah, you see the big waves.
I gotta hear how that sounds.
The big sound waves.
I'm sure it hurts people who are on the headphones.
Oh no!
But I'm looking forward to this one.
Who did it?
But
I heard the creak.
if we talk over it, it's okay. But we just can't.
This fight's gonna be very, very.
This fight feels like the main event to me.
Yeah.
Wait, what is the main event?
Nunes and Shevchenko.
That's my main event.
It's not going so.
Do you guys get nervous during the biggest fights?
Yeah.
I love it.
I get nervous with Connor.
Connor fights, I got butterflies.
I get nervous with Connor.
I like that.
I don't get.
I like it. Every main event or every significant fight, I'm like, these guys have a lot on the line.
Yeah.
Who's gonna win? And
I'm gonna feel that way when Jones and Cormier fight.
I'd implore you to try your best to feel that way because it makes the fight.
I gotta be invested in the fighters.
Then watch the embedded series.
I'm not invested in Romero.
Whitaker's
I'm not invested
young.
in Whitaker.
Whitaker's young.
I'm invested in Nunes.
Okay.
Like I felt the type of way when Ronda lost to Holly.
Yeah.
And then
I was hyped.
I saw that shit coming.
I was hyped city.
Like I felt
so
the type of
happy.
way there. Anderson Silva I saw lose on my birthday. So like I was emotionally invested there.
Tough.
Yeah, I didn't even
When
watch the
Connor
White
lost to Nate, I was emotionally like distraught.
I know that even the Misha Tate and Holly Holm fight prior.
All right before, and then Nunes and Shevchenko were on that card as well.
Were they?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Do you want to move on to the main event?
I can't wait to see. I got Whitaker winning.
You got Whitaker. I mean,
I'm not gonna sleep on Romero though, because he fucking slept Weidman with the knee.
I don't think
nowhere.
But that shit came out of nowhere.
But Weidman's terrible.
I'm glad
Weidman did a stupid move.
I'm glad you said what you said because that Chris Weidman knee was a little.
He was losing that fight.
Yeah.
Give credit to Weidman.
Yes,
Weidman was out grappling him.
Yeah, he was winning that
during most of the exchanges.
Like I felt some type of way there because I hate Chris Weidman so much that I'm nervous. Oh my god, what if he wins? So
he's gonna be claiming for his belt again, and then his father. Ooh, that was awkward. Ooh.
Cut it.
Did you hear that? Was that during MSG?
What?
When you didn't the post interview with his father?
We're in Buffalo Wild
No,
Wings.
that's when he lost the title, I think.
Oh, that's still
Luke
this
Rockhold.
is still my boy. Yeah, that's when he lost to Rockhold.
That was awkward because he was trying to, say, he's still or this is still the champ. No, this is still my boy.
No shit.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks.
Jeez, your son got his ass with his face punched in for several minutes.
That fight should have been stopped
by a Hollister model. No, by a Gucci model, just pummeling your face.
All because he threw that spinning back kick.
Oh god.
Oh
gosh.
People don't give Luke should resort to grappling more. That motherfucker's good. Yeah. He shut down Machida. He shut down Weidman, who's another black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Shut down Bisping.
Well,
he's not a grappler.
Bisping.
Yeah, he beat him.
Bisping knocked him out.
No, the first time.
Oh.
Fought. Knocked Bisping out. Well, no, he put him in.
But the way he locks people up with his body control, because his pride comes from wrestling with DC and Cain Velasquez all the damn time.
And Khabib as well. Khabib trains AK.
So
Killer Khabib.
It helps a lot. Right. Plus, he's genetically elite. Fucking Luke Rockhold, he has to cut down. And he's fucking chiseled when he's in the octagon. He's a long-limbed guy. It's a shame he didn't pick up a Romero fight or even Whitaker.
He was supposed to fight.
Well, he called someone. Who did he want?
He called out. I know he didn't call out Weidman.
He called out Silva. Mr. Silva didn't want it. Silva didn't want it.
He was supposed to fight Jacare, right?
Silva didn't want it.
And then he called out Bisping, of course. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna get nervous during this fight.
Me too.
Because I just can't wait to see.
All I know is either fighter will give Bisping a tough time.
Michael Bisping is not keeping the title for that fight. I'll be surprised.
Musasi called Whitaker the second easiest fight. I would like to see that.
That'd be a good fight. Even Weidman, he had a picture.
Oh yeah, I think he should be in a real title picture too. Him.
Musasi.
Well, Musasi needs to fight Luke Rockhold.
Musasi. He's so sassy.
Eventually.
Go fuck yourself. His little personality.
Well, you guys were quick to talk down on this main event. What you guys think of it though? Nunez versus Shevchenko.
It's not a sell. Is it? I believe.
I don't care about that. I think Nunez is amazing. I think Shevchenko is really good. Yeah. So I think that intends for a good fight.
This should be the
This is dominant champion.
This is the Kobe
Ronda.
I see it. Hold on, Romero and Whitaker is money.
Well,
you said that you don't think this was sell. Romero and Whitaker would.
How much did Nunez take from her Ronda fight?
All right, people know Amanda more than Romero or Whitaker just because she the girl who destroyed Ronda in.
Well, okay.
40 seconds.
Okay,
where are they located?
They are in
Nevada.
Yeah,
so home ground.
Vegas.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I see it. Whichever victor will be by decision. I really do.
I don't know. Nunez
doesn't. She's not going to last 5 rounds.
Nunez got some bombs on her.
If Nunez wins, she'll win with inside.
We never seen Nunez go that long.
I've seen
recently,
her go.
How did she win the first fight? It was a decision, right?
She went. Yeah, she went. Yeah, she went the decision with Shevchenko at UFC 196 with Conor and Diaz. Won.
That
was the undercard. And Nunez looked good in the first 2 rounds, and then Shevchenko picked it up in the third, and it was a split decision. Nunez gassed in the second, third round, so Nunez has to finish this quick. Damn, it was a long time ago. It was over a year ago.
The last couple fights have been like first round fights.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So her conditioning has gotten better, of course. Same thing with Shevchenko from her win, coming off a crazy submission of Juliana Pena by armbar.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
But I would give Nunez knockout, second or third round. If not, I'm picking Shevchenko in the decision.
Cool.
Yeah,
I got Nunez winning. I don't do that little escape the real answer of who's winning like he does.
Well, I don't like to try to pick fights anymore because I'm fucking wrong half the time.
I never enjoyed
it. That's the part of you just gotta put your expressions out there. I don't know shit about Milan Chung versus Bladis. I just went for
I'm
Bladis.
pretty guaranteed Overeem will be knocked out.
I'm going.
But I'm going with Nunez inside 3 rounds, and then if not, I'll give Shevchenko the edge.
I'm going with Nunez via knockout.
All I know is I don't understand who's going to be her next opponent for either fighter. Because that
45.
Nah, not yet.
I do not want her to fight Cyborg.
Dana would not let that happen.
I think it would be an entertaining fight. I feel like if anybody has competition for Cyborg, it would be her just because she could stand. And she throws bombs, but
Cyborg would kill her.
John, you seen Cyborg sparring with the Olympic boxer?
Yes.
And she wasn't too far off in level. They were competing.
I do think if Nunez loses, she'll retire.
No, but maybe
I know she did mention that premature retirement.
Yeah,
but
she mentioned
she might be too hungry to get it back. Chad.
Yeah.
I know she only said she got a few fights left in her belt.
She's so silly.
Or is she just saying that to say it? Because everybody's retiring these days.
Because Derek Lewis said it, and then he was like, "Nah, I'm not retiring."
Oh, he called it quits?
Yeah,
he called it quits.
He tried to.
Yeah, he called it quits with retirement. He said it was just his back. He needs to look further into it.
And he was just in the moment.
Wait, he's not retiring no more?
No.
Oh, good.
If
that was premature. That was premature.
But Johnson was real about that.
Oh, of course, because
that was big
he's
time.
making good money.
BJ
The weed.
Excuse me. Did BJ announce retirement?
No.
Yeah. No, after Dennis Evert? No.
What an idiot.
He must keep fucking up his career.
Take it serious?
He looks awful. He looks awful.
Does he need money or something?
Yeah, honestly.
Yo.
If BJ would retire, though, we would have to. I would make.
BJ can.
We would have to
teach
make
jiu-jitsu classes for the
we did it with Uriah. We'd have to do it.
BJ is a Hall of Fame.
No, we're not.
Even though his record.
Not this BJ.
You could put him on the show. It doesn't mean I'm going to speak well about him, but you could put him on the show.
Not this BJ Penn.
I won't speak well of his record, but he is one of the UFC legends in the sport.
Okay, you can be legends.
Yeah.
They don't mean it good.
He'll be a Hall of Famer.
Who's a legend? I'm trying to think of a legend.
Well, we gave a tribute show for Uriah Faber.
Yeah.
But Uriah's nice.
Yeah,
I pick Uriah over BJ anyway.
Really?
Yeah, me too.
Over legacy-wise?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who
Who did BJ Penn
Uriah never won a
beat?
title.
BJ Penn, for some reason, he's one of those people where I don't know why people keep referring back to his old side when after Frank Yeager, he wasn't old. He got his ass whipped by Frank Yeager 3 times.
The thing you could take away from Uriah, 0 for
Who's the last
4
person he
title
beat?
fights.
0 for 4, absolutely. The Charles Barkley, yes. Yeah. But his last fight, he looked great. He looked so good.
Against Brad
so
Pickett, though.
And he retired early.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
well, he's
smart, though.
Well, he was old, though. How old was he?
He was like 36.
He might be a little older. Do you know?
Who?
Uriah Faber.
I'm looking up BJ Penn because he mentioned last victory.
I think he's 38.
BJ Penn is...
Don't tell me. What's his last victory?
2010 against Matt Hughes.
Almost a decade ago.
Let me look it up first. He is 38.
See, I know
So loss,
2010,
draw,
right?
win. Matt Hughes.
2010.
Gets ass
2010.
kicked by Nick Diaz.
Then before
Oh,
that,
God,
loss. Win, loss, win,
Frankie,
win,
Frankie,
loss.
Yair.
Win, loss.
Definitely-
Is Matt
definitely-
Hughes still alive?
Yes. Oh, yes, we did not talk about that.
Is he recovered well?
Yes.
Okay.
There's sign of improvement. If people don't know by now, happened a few weeks ago. Matt Hughes got hit by a train. He was driving a truck. I don't know how the incident
Was he
happened.
trying to beat the train?
I wonder that.
He probably was.
But yeah, he got hit by a train. He was in life-threatening condition at one point, and then there were reports, I believe, 2 days ago that he's showing improvement. But if God forbid something happens, that'll be tremendous to hurt to the UFC, because Matt Hughes is a legend. Period. So.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. Matt Hughes is. He's. If we had to make a list of legends,
If GSP
Matt
didn't
Hughes is
exist,
high on there.
if GSP did not exist, Matt Hughes would be the best welterweight of all time.
because Matt
By
Hughes had so
fucking
many
far.
good moments.
Yes.
If you never seen that Frank Trigg moment, you're missing out.
Picked him
He
up
was that
across
was
the
literally a rear
octagon
naked choke
and-
that was locked
Oh
in,
my God.
and Matt Hughes escaped, picked him up, and then it's not that pickup. It made it so great was. He picked him up and ran to the other side of the
Yeah.
octagon and then threw him down.
And then took
you
his
think of
back
that
and then put him in
adrenaline
a
rush you
rear
have. Oh shit! Boom! Slam.
And then
That's
put
the
him in
best.
a rear naked and got his belt.
I'm telling you, that's why boxing seems so boring to us,
Yeah.
because you can't have moments like that. Insane. But,
Yeah.
where were we?
No, Matt Hughes, just hope for the best. And
Yeah.
I mean, good news, I guess, for now. But
Yeah. Who knows though? All I saw was he was in life-threatening situation at one point, but hopefully nothing bad happens, because I'll be pretty upset with it.
July 10th.
what's that?
Oh, Connor and Floyd. First
We're going to see them interact. I can't wait.
Floyd's press conference
I can't wait
in
because
Staples Center, Los Angeles.
I would
get it.
assume, I'm going to assume Floyd's going to be quiet. Not quiet, but more conservative.
He's gonna take it all in. Yeah.
Because he's 40, you know, at this point, he's probably more like a Kobe would be now.
He's gonna
And-
say some stuff though.
You think?
Yeah.
You think?
I don't know. I don't
He's been
think he's that
respectful
heated
lately.
about
Yeah,
it.
I think he's just going to be very simple. Listen, you know, this no fighter. I'm just looking to go out and
If anything,
showcase.
I could see Floyd saying like, "I'm
'Cause Connor's
making
got-
more money than you." Blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's
that
right.
shit,
Yeah, because other than that, Connor could always resort back to, if I seen you in the alley, I would beat the fuck out of you, break your
Yeah.
arm, choke you out, and you wouldn't do anything about it.
He wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
Oh
So,
no, yeah, I feel like exactly what you said. Floyd isn't who he was when he was younger. Connor is what Floyd was when
did
he
you guys
was
see that
younger.
Instagram post?
Well, who?
What one?
Floyd saying that he's not. Did you see about his
Oh
age?
yes.
Let me quote it specifically.
Yeah.
So we
I'm
don't-
not the
I'm
same
paraphrasing.
fighter.
Because
10
this,
years ago, some shit like that. When
this
he
is
was punching
odd.
the
I find
bag.
it's not. It's an odd. It's a weird one. It's not the confident Floyd Mayweather I've been aware of. I mean, he's still Floyd. I can't rely on your Wi-Fi. I can't. I gotta turn my Wi-Fi off whenever I come in,
Pull it up.
unless you get it faster. Because right now,
It's when he's punching the bag, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a Yoza video.
I know I'm not the same fighter I was 20 years ago. I'm not the same fighter I was 10 years ago. As a matter of fact, I'm not the same fighter I was 5 years ago. I'm just an old legend putting in work in 16-ounce gloves.
you see that? Is that not?
16
do I
ounces.
believe?
He looks fire in this video.
No, he's great. He
Yeah,
looks great.
his
he looks
hand
great.
speed
But,
looks good.
mhm. But I think
Why you
Connor
said that?
is fucking with him. I think Connor might be with the whole the fight is on.
Look at his
Floyd
abs and
Senior.
shit. I know you follow Connor on Instagram. Every time he posts something,
Sparring.
I
Sparring
laugh.
today.
Sparring today.
Yeah.
Sparring today. I love it. He makes me laugh at that shit.
People criticize him for his latest video
Yes.
with him with the yellow
It's
gloves.
different. I don't understand why.
I don't see it's a big deal.
There's a difference between the Floyd Mayweather video and the Conor video. Connor's working with angles and going under the bag and creating different angles and punching with it. And Floyd is working on hand speed. That's a huge difference.
Well,
Well, also the reflexes. Floyd's
I
reflexes
feel
are one.
like Connor
one-
works. He's more of an Instagram guy. If we're talking about showing off, like
Yeah, of
boxing
course,
highlights,
yeah.
Then
And Floyd quiet about it.
Connor don't show off his.
But
Yeah,
Floyd's
exactly.
reflexes are bar none. I don't know anyone who has reflexes as sharp.
I've seen his defense highlights and it's just amazing.
and we all know the story of the fight is going to be Connor couldn't hit Floyd.
Yeah,
just like it is with every.
I'm really
every other
intrigued
boxer.
because I know Connor's going to talk the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
He should, at least.
Honestly, you know what I would love if he brings both his belts, just cause.
He could.
Yeah, he should. And I don't know if Dana's gonna be there or not. He should be.
Be there?
Yeah.
Of course Dana's going to.
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
He used to be, obviously in
Ariel will
boxing
be
before.
there. Joe Rogan. No, Joe Rogan got his own life.
Yeah.
He'll probably stream it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Max
Connor's
Connor's
gonna
have
get
his own
smoked.
show.
You think?
I can't wait.
What happened?
If Connor,
He's gonna get smoked.
if Connor,
No,
knocks-
Connor's
Guys, you don't realize how easy it is for it to be a moral victory. I tell you, he hits Floyd clean one time.
It's
He could brag about it for the rest of his life.
That,
Yeah, I know
mural,
that.
that mural will become true if he hits him once.
Because he's
that left
0-0 fighter, getting the opportunity to fight. And
The-
mind you, this
arguably the
sport
best
has
of
been,
all time.
not officially, but this sport has been around since 1800s.
Yes.
The late 1800s. And Floyd is known as one of the best
greatest,
to ever do it.
if not arguably the greatest.
He's
of all
top 5 for me.
Yeah, honestly, when it comes to, there's a video on YouTube I'll show you later. When it comes down to like him breaking down why he's the greatest, all the stuff he says is straight facts. He's the only
I used
one.
to be against that. But
Yeah, he's the only Floyd. Like, I'll show you after the podcast. He goes on a rant for like he was picked like top 5 best of all time on ESPN, Sports Nation. And he picked why he was number 1 because he got to pick the selections, and he explained why he was the greatest, and his argument is like spot on. So
I used to
honestly,
hate Floyd.
I would
used to
arguably
love him.
consider.
I always love Floyd.
I would arguably consider Floyd the
I
best.
hate
boxer of all
his
time.
attitude with Victor Ortiz. That shit rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah. that
Wait, he
too.
sucker punched the shit out of him.
You gotta keep your hands up.
Yeah, but
If Connor does that to Floyd,
How
though,
you dead ass still defending that? That's literally after a hug you said,
Nah.
no,
Nah,
that ain't
keep your hands
clean.
up.
That wasn't clean. Hell no, they hugging.
nah, keep your hands up. If
he
if Connor,
sucker punched him.
if Connor does that to Floyd, that'd be some shit.
I swear.
I won't.
I don't know
believe
how
it.
that looked clean to you. That was clean.
Nah, I
Everybody was talking about
could show
that,
you
man.
it. I could show you why it's clean. I'll show you.
I know he had his hands down, but
Yeah.
just
The ref said, "Let's go." Like I could just show you.
But he was coming back for another hug or something.
Yeah.
Well, they
Floyd
hugged.
was like, "You good?"
They
I'll
hugged.
show you. I got it.
I remember watching that live. That was just great.
Damn, when was that? 2000.
But either way, Floyd would have took a decision against Victor.
Yeah.
But his best, it's funny, one of his best fights of recent, which was what, 2 years ago, I think, was Canelo.
Yeah.
And Canelo was young.
22.
He
In
was
his
hungry,
prime.
42-0 or 41-0. And Floyd outclassed him. So, I mean, I couldn't hate on the guy after that. The guy is truly the best at what he does.
That's where, honestly,
I'm a
people
huge
always complain
Floyd
he
fan.
doesn't throw, he doesn't do that. His defense is fun to watch.
He outboxes everyone he's ever fought.
He's fun to watch. I think he's fun to watch a defense. I'm not Joe Rogan, who's intrigued by
Technical.
people doing nothing. It's just I'm intrigued when I see somebody throwing and missing so many times, and it's not because they're bad. It's because the other guy just is untouchable.
Now, how should defense be scored in your eye?
Which you mean?
Should defense count, or should it basically nullify?
I believe it should count if you don't.
So
get-
if Victor Ortiz throws 80 punches, Floyd throws none, Floyd wins, and
No.
Victor hits him, doesn't hit him out.
No, I feel like you
No.
still have to do something. You
Yeah.
can't just win the whole round.
Sounds like
off of
Manny
defensive
Pacquiao.
alone.
Yeah, the best argument is just not to count it at all.
yeah, the old rules were the aggressor always wins the round.
Like
That's all what I've always heard.
defense really doesn't count, but it doesn't count for the opponent throwing either unless
if you don't get
it's
hit,
that dramatic.
you don't
of a
lose the
discrepancy.
fight. Yeah.
If like I don't know, the way I see it is if Victor Ortiz, I don't know why we're mentioning his name, but
Yeah.
if he threw
Or Canelo.
yeah if Canelo threw 50 punches, if he threw 80 punches in the rounds and landed 10 of them, and then Mayweather threw 25 and landed 8 of them, I'm giving it to Mayweather.
Most of his fights.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's just the way I see it. It's just
But Floyd throws a lot more than what people give him credit
thank you,
for.
thank you.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
I've watched several. I've been watching.
He threw more than Pacquiao, and people loved. Oh, he didn't even do anything against Pacquiao. He did
What?
more than Pacquiao did.
asleep on that
my
one.
favorite
I watched it recently, but I fell asleep.
my favorite fight with Mayweather was when he fought Miguel Cotto.
Yeah.
He destroyed him. What not
I'm impressed with
defensively,
Canelo
not
the most.
defensively, offensively as well. And Miguel made
Bust his
Mayweather
nose, yeah.
bust his nose up a little bit, but Miguel Cotto's face was ruined. So, not as bad as Pacquiao though. But
I'm
Pacquiao
trying to see
the.
the stats.
I hope we're still recording.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. But we are at almost 110, so we got to wrap it up very soon.
All right, I want to talk about 214 quickly though.
Okay.
No, just who's on the card. Just
real
who's on the
quick,
card.
real quick. Mention the additions.
Cormier Jones 2, of course. Chris Cyborg and Tanya Evinger.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
That's for the featherweight belt. Tyron Woodley, like you called, and Damian Maia for the 170-pound strap. GSP will get the winner. Robbie Lawler.
Is he?
Yes. Donald Cerrone, rebooked, thank God. Jimmy Manoa and Vulcan Azizamir. I don't know. Ricardo Lamas and Jason
I
Knight.
picked Jimmy there.
Yeah. Ricardo Lamas and Jason Knight, who follows me on Instagram.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Andre Filia, Duho Choi. Oh, fuck.
That's all.
My fault, bro. I didn't mean to break your heart.
Yeah, why are you trying to?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Aljamain Sterling, Renan Barao, Sage Northcutt, who, I don't know if you heard, moved to Team Alpha Male,
Yeah.
by the way.
We'll see how he does.
Against John McDessie, and that's it.
That's a win for Sage.
Can't wait for those 3 title fights.
Yeah, that's what.
And
I'm excited
Robbie
for.
Lawler.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't argue.
Those
with
4
that card.
fights alone got me.
The big card of the summer.
Yep, exactly.
Big best, probably card of the year until they go to the Garden when Connor goes there or some shit. Or whatever.
Now, real quick, in the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, Mayweather threw 435 punches. Pacquiao threw 429.
And Pacquiao landed on 18% of his punches.
19.
Oh, it was 18.
Pacquiao landed 81. Mayweather landed 148. So why was the discussion even? I don't know why I'm bringing up something from like 2014, 2015. But that's always got me tight.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I finally got to air it out. But yeah, we talked about it a lot.
When I watched the Floyd Mayweather fight, I thought he was outclassing Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Pacquiao wasn't able to implement his game plan.
He called it years ago. He said if I would fight Pacquiao, I would outclass him, and people would call it a conspiracy that Pacquiao didn't do this, do that. He was injured, blah blah blah. And he called it. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited for the fight as everybody else is. I'm sure we'll
it's the
talk
most
about it
talked
next
about
podcast as well. It's
Can't
gonna
wait
be,
to give you my analysis.
Yeah, I'm writing that. You know how he wrote the essay for Cruz? You told me next fight Connor. I'm writing one too.
Cool. I can't wait.
Yeah, you're doing one?
Yeah.
Oh God, this is.
I'll do more of the Floyd. If you could do Connor, I do Floyd.
This is gonna be all. I'm gonna feel like I'm in school again.
Yeah.
It keeps me active too.
Yeah,
I'm out of
honestly,
school, so
I'll find time to do
I
it.
feel you. Well,
I have a few more things though.
nah, you're okay.
Okay.
Anyways,
how quick is it?
Nick Diaz suspended.
Fuck him.
what is there to even talk about? He wasn't fighting anyways.
Yeah.
That's a quick no.
Demetrius Johnson, flyweight division, might go to Bellator.
Is that real?
Yeah.
What happened?
Fact check that.
I don't.
Say what?
Where's that at?
What? Who's going to
Fight,
Bellator?
UFC explaining options.
It didn't
to
say
sell-
Bellator there, but in an interview,
to sell the
Dana
entire
White said in
flyweight
the-
division to another promotion. It's a rumor.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
So
a
it's not official.
He just did it.
What else?
Do it. Just saying.
The UFC
I
signed.
love the flyweights. They're so much fun.
UFC signed Snoop Dogg as a live fight commentator.
I know. I know. That's for Dana White's Contenders series.
And we talked about the Conor press conferences. Okay, I'm good.
All right, thankfully.
You fulfilled your legal obligations now.
Yeah.
You could clear your camera roll and we could actually wrap this up and play some ball because I don't think we're doing another podcast.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for listening. We had a good chunk that we unfortunately
Talked
got
about.
cut. It wasn't even
what you're
us.
saying.
That's okay though.
We had some comedy in there as well. But I guess we'll have to preserve that for another day. Thank you guys for listening. You can find us on iTunes, YouTube, SoundCloud under the name AllOfTheAboveEnt.
One day we'll get a camera.
Yeah, hopefully by the goal would be start of next year.
Okay.
Maybe fall. Oh, big shout out.
I ain't pushing it. I ain't got that much money. I gotta pay for school.
No, I'll pay for it.
Oh, you pay if you pay for it, bro. You can just go ahead.
How much?
We gotta discuss this off
Okay,
camera.
okay.
Let's wrap this up. Thank you guys for listening once again. You guys have a good weekend and enjoy your UFC.
Big shout out. We reached 100 subscribers on YouTube.
That's awesome.
And then the next day it
Gang,
bounced back to 91.
Yeah, and now I think it's at like 99 right now.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah,
It's probably the
We're getting up
YouTube
there.
thing messing with you then.
Yeah, we're getting up there.
There's
I'm
no way
telling
it just
you,
drops like
I
that.
want to speak to this community that is low key listening and not speaking to us yet.
I'm telling you, when we do this this gaming.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, gaming. Oh, we're at
Gaming?
exactly 100 right now.
What's gaming? What?
We're gonna do
be
gaming.
doing gaming.
Oh, we didn't tell you about this. All right, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
gaming's popular.
Yeah, we're gonna do
2K.
NBA, WWE,
UFC.
EJ plays a bunch. I'm gonna have him do his whatever games he wants to do.
I gotta come in sometime.
We still waiting on this movie podcast, Lou.
I know.
We've been talking about
Check
this
out Spider-Man.
for months.